it's Yona Marie, and today I want to talk about how to get noticed by a record label. Yona Marie music, create with me. So, the first thing you need to figure out is if you truly want to get signed. A lot of people are getting big, doing their own thing, just need management, just need marketing, and don't actually rely on a major label. Sometimes all you need is a hardworking team, and you can even start your own label. So make sure you're going for a label for the right reasons. You don't need a label to do good in the music industry these days. Back in the day, before the internet, before everybody was recording at home, in their own home studios, thanks to our technology, you needed a label. These days, you can blow up, you can make money, you can do your own thing without having to be tied down. Some of these labels are predators, just to be real with you. Just like the whole thing they do, their whole function in the music industry is to make profit off of you. They just want to make money off of you. Sometimes they'll smile in your face, they'll be all buddy-buddy with you. They'll make these promises. They'll make it seem like they are exactly what you need and all you need. But at the end of the day, you're just a tool for them to get some more money. So make sure you know what you're getting into. If you do decide you want a label, you feel like you don't have a strong enough team, you feel like you don't have that budget that where you can delegate certain tasks to certain people, maybe you should consider a label. A label isn't the worst thing in the world. The first thing you need to do is stand out from the crowd. Like I said, everybody's making music. Everybody's a rapper. Everybody's making beats in their mama basement. Everybody's a DJ. Everybody's singing on TikTok and YouTube. Everybody is showing their musical skill, and a lot of these people, I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of these people are actually really good. So competition is very stiff. How do you stand out? How does your band stand out? How does your rap career stand out? How does your story stand out? And how does your work ethic, more importantly, stand out? It can't just be like it was back in the day where label scouts will go out and find people that just don't have any experience, people that they can mold and then get all of their artist development budget into to develop them from point zero. That's not how it works anymore. You need to actually have some movement, a lot of movement on your end for the labels to actually consider you these days. How much are you doing on your own? So if you're hesitant about taking any steps and you want to start from point zero and somebody to just mold you from scratch, you're going to have a hard time getting noticed because labels need to see more. The competition is stiff out here. People have thousands of followers on social media. People are getting their own shows. People are winning contests, getting their own placements on TV, film, radio. What they going to want somebody they got to start from scratch with if they already have these opportunities to make money that are already more established and more likely to get them paid? Because like I said, at the end of the day, the labels just want to get paid. You're just going to be a paycheck for them. Don't get it twisted. They're not going to fall in love with you. They're not going to look out for your best interest. They're not going to make you a part of the family, even though a lot of them try to make it seem like. And you know what? I don't want to read these label owners. Some of them might have the nicest hearts. They're not all evil. I don't want you to go into a label situation thinking, oh, they just out to get me only. I just want to make sure you're being realistic about the situation because they are signing you so you can make them money. Hopefully you can make yourself money too. But at the end of the day, they're more concerned with making them some money. So always keep that in the back of your head. You want to have a following already. You don't want to start with 0 fans. You don't want to start with 0 people on your Instagram. You don't want to have 0 followers on Twitter with 0 subscribers on YouTube. Labels aren't going to think to themselves, let's get this one person who we're not sure can even build up their own fan base, who we're not sure that their brand is appealing enough to get more than their friends and family members listening to their music. It's too much of a risk. The labels want to have low risk investment opportunities. You are the investment opportunity. So the more appealing you are, the more you have people around you, the more you have people vouching for you, the more you have industry people saying, oh, this person is good. You're getting good reviews, you're getting radio stations shouting you out. That's when they're going to be like, oh, okay, we noticed that this person is blowing up. Let's pay attention to what they're doing and maybe help them out and make some money along the way. Because like I said, it's about the money. So if you don't have a following, you need to start small. Start with your friends and family. I don't want to make it seem like your friends and family can't be fans. But we all know they're going to be biased, you know, like they're not going to be objective. They're going to be trying to spare your feelings. So labels not going to want to see people that's directly in your circle or the only fans, because they're like, you might not even have good music. Those are just your people that got your back regardless if you're making trash or not. I mean, God bless them, but you need to have like an opinion from somebody that don't even know you, a very positive opinion. So how many people do you have like that? How many people are in your fan base that you ain't even met, you ain't even have a real conversation with in person, online, like they just subscribe to you and you don't even know their name, or they just following you on social media, you ain't even know they was there. They just playing your song on Spotify like every day because you in their playlist. You ain't even know they exist. You just looking at your stats on Spotify like, oh, I got these people in New Zealand who playing me. I don't even know who over there. But guess what? That's a good sign. That means you have a good following, and that means you actually have music that is objectively entertaining and appealing. So labels are going to be like, I like that. So you also want to get a good amount of general experience in the music industry as a whole. Like you want to make sure you're doing shows, make sure you're learning, you're growing, maybe getting some vocal lessons, getting different experiences at different studios. Brush up on your knowledge of making money in the industry. Make sure you know who your distributor is and what they're capable of. Be sure you can get your songs on all the right sites. All of that will help you grow and take you slowly to the next level when it comes to being prepared to get signed. You also want to make sure that your demos and your material is of high quality. Not only does your mixing and mastering have to be good, it doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be good, because everybody has the basics at this point. Everybody has someone that they're either paying to get good mixing and mastering. A lot of people are learning it on their own. Some people are outsourcing it to really cheap locations to get, you know, a decent quality, maybe not the best quality. But make sure you're just not skipping the whole mixing and mastering process because you feel like that's not for you right now. That's not true. So many people have good quality music because they have the technology in their home, or they have the connections with the internet. So be sure you're not below average. Not only should the quality of the audio be good, but the quality of your talent, the quality of your lyric writing. Who's writing your lyrics? Is it you? Is it somebody you know? Are the lyrics lacking? Did you steal the lyrics from somebody? Are you stealing beats? Like, do you got beats that still got tags in the background? Because the label's not going to really like that. I'm just telling, because the label's going to be like, oh, look at this. This is ghetto. Another thing you need to do for sure is be unique. You need to figure out your USP, which is your unique selling proposition. What makes you stand out from everybody else that's in your genre? What makes you stand out from everybody else that's on TikTok? Everybody else that's singing on Instagram? Other people that's rapping to type beats from YouTube? How do you stand out? What are you bringing to the table that's not already on the radio right now? Because a lot of independent artists, when it gets signed, they wind up sounding just like somebody else that's on the radio. Like, why would the label sign you if they already have somebody that's successful doing what you do? Like, we don't need two of you. Get your own style. Figure out your own very believable, very genuine, authentic story that people can cling to. And just show what makes you different from the next person. Because, like I said, there are a million people out here making music. Now, you don't have to be the most unique thing. You don't have to force your weirdness. You don't have to just be out here jumping off the walls just because you think that's what make you stand apart. You've got to find a balance between being yourself and being something that fans can cling to that is unique and bringing something new to the table. Similar to the high quality demos and high quality content that you need to have, you need to be professional. Just in general, you need to make sure that you're hitting people up without cursing them out in the emails, without putting typos in your emails, without leaving weird voicemails. You need to make sure you're treating your music brand as a business. This needs to be just like it is with the job industry. When you're trying to look for a job, you put on your best self. You know, you don't go into a job interview like, hey, yo, yeah, this is my music, check me out. Like, it doesn't matter what genre you're making music in. It doesn't matter what style. It doesn't matter how you're going to present yourself in your music. That's actually completely separate than the professionalism that needs to happen when it comes to the business side. You need to still be putting on your best. You need to be dressing up for interviews. You need to be on time. You need to be interacting with your fans as if they're your customers. You don't need to leave your fans by the wayside. Like, when people are commenting on your new stuff, don't be acting funny. Like, don't be coming for your fans. Like, don't be leaving them hanging. Don't be like talking to them any old way, because this is a business. You need to still be professional, especially in the early stages. In the early stages, a lot of people think they can act however they want and they can get, you know, the artist development and learn how to talk, learn how to communicate better after they get signed. People want to see that beforehand. So also, like I said, in the internet age, social media is a huge thing. You need to make sure you're not completely ignoring social media. Now, the good way to do social media is to focus on 2 or 3 platforms that you really connect with, that you already check in, that you already got a lot of friends and family on. Let's say you use Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube a lot. You don't need to be on every single thing, because it's going to be hard to focus and put consistent content out on everything. So just focus on 2 or 3 things. Put out content consistently every week. Put out something unique. Put out something that shows your USP, like I mentioned, your unique selling proposition. Put out something that will resonate with the people in your network. Nobody really want to know what you're eating every day. If you're a singer, like, don't be taking food pics if you're trying to get your rap career off and just putting quotes up. Never putting a picture up of your face. Never showing people what you're doing with your music career. Make sure you're doing what shows your brand as the best and most appealing thing it could be, because you never know who's going to be on your profile. Don't have a different name on your Twitter and on your Facebook and on your SoundCloud. Don't cause brand confusion, because you need to make sure that all your pages are linked. You need to make sure that people, fans, music scouts, whatever, they can easily Google you and see everything they want to see without going through the trouble figuring out, oh, is this the same person? His name is this one here. His name is something else on there. I don't even know if this is the same person. I've lost interest. I'm bored. You don't want that to happen to you. Make sure your images on social media, your videos on social media, don't look like it was taken by a 2005 flip phone, because that's automatically just making you look bad. Like, it don't matter what you're doing. Like, I don't care if you got the best content ever created on that flip phone. It don't matter. Don't nobody want to see that. Make sure your header photos are appealing. You know how on Spotify and on, let's say, YouTube, you have these big header profile pictures that you can create. Don't put no clip art in your header images on Spotify and expect anybody to want to stay on your Spotify page. Okay? Just make sure you're looking good. It takes a little bit of time, but it's worth the investment. Okay? If you don't want to put that much time into it all at once, just focus on one thing at a time. Like today, let's work on your Instagram page. Make sure your bio is good. Make sure you actually have a link to something, preferably your website or a smart URL leading to your latest song or your video. These are just a few tips. I will be back with more information for you guys in the near future. Thank you for checking out this video. Feel free to hit my website up, YonaMarieMusic.com, for more tips. I post a tip like 5 days a week there. So check it out, subscribe. You gotta make sure you got your knowledge game up, okay? Because I'm rooting for you. I want you to win. I want to see you win, all right? So until next time.